Hey everyone, welcome to the Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers podcast. I'm your host, Stephanie Heeb, and I can't thank you enough for listening in. Each episode, I will discuss a new tip or trick that will help you to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. If you're ready to find your productivity rhythm, relieve stress, and meet your goals faster, then this is the podcast for you. This podcast is sponsored by Your Choice Concierge, created to make your life easier by providing flexible, hourly, personal, and professional assistance. Let us handle your busy tasks so you can focus on what's important. You can learn more about Your Choice Concierge by clicking the link in the description. This week's episode is all about self-care for entrepreneurs. Whether you're a seasoned business owner or just starting out, this episode will provide you with actionable tips to help you stay productive and avoid burnout. Entrepreneurship is often glamorized as the ultimate path to freedom and success. And while it's true that being your own boss can be incredibly rewarding, let's be real, it comes with its own set of challenges. First, there's the relentless hustle culture. Many entrepreneurs feel pressure to work 24/7, believing that the more hours they put in, the more successful they'll be. But this mentality is actually a fast track to burnout. For instance, skipping meals, losing sleep, and ignoring personal relationships to hit deadlines or chase deals might seem productive in the short term, but it's really unsustainable. Second, we deal with uncertainty. From the financial risks to the unpredictable market trends, the stress of not knowing what's next can take a toll on our mental health. Imagine launching a new product only to face unexpected supply chain issues or a market downturn. It really is enough to keep anyone up at night. And of course, let's not forget the isolation. If you're a solopreneur or running a small business, it's easy to feel like you're on an island, carrying all of that responsibility yourself. Even if you have a team, the ultimate accountability often falls on your shoulders, and that can feel overwhelming. Does this sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone, and there are ways to manage these challenges. So, why is self care so important for entrepreneurs? Well, think of it this way: you wouldn't drive a car without ever stopping to refuel, right? Your mind and your body are no different. I've been saying this for a long time. Self care isn't selfish, it's essential for sustaining your energy, creativity, and focus. Research shows that chronic stress can lead to burnout, reduced productivity, and even serious health issues. On the flip side, prioritizing self care improves your decision making, it boosts resilience, and helps you maintain a positive outlook. And when you're at your best, your business will benefit too. Here's an example. Think about a time when you've been exhausted and tried to make a big decision. It's much harder to weigh options, consider risks, and stay focused, right? Now compare that to a time when you were well rested and calm. There's a big difference. Self care ensures you're operating from a place of clarity and strength. So let's jump into the good stuff. How do we actually incorporate self care into our busy lives? These are some strategies I've tailored for entrepreneurs specifically. First, let's discuss the importance of setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your time and your energy. Without them, it's easy for work to bleed into every aspect of our lives. So, start by establishing clear work hours and sticking to them. For example, decide that you'll stop checking emails after 6 p.m. or take weekends off to recharge. You can even do things like setting an autoresponder or out of office message for emails after 6 p.m. and weekends. This way, you're not tempted or don't feel the pressure to respond right away. Or even mark scheduled time on your calendar, such as like focus time, to avoid constant interruptions or your calendar becoming overwhelming with back to back meetings or calls. Make sure you also communicate these boundaries with clients and your team members. Let them know when you're available and when you're not. This not only protects your personal time, but also sets expectations for others. And boundaries also extend to your workload. So learn to say no to projects that don't align with your goals or that would stretch you too thin. For instance, if a client requests work that would require sacrificing your personal time, consider whether it's worth it. Saying no may feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a powerful way to prioritize your well being. These small actions can make a big difference in maintaining balance. Next, make sure to schedule breaks for yourself. Scheduling breaks is not just a nice to have, it's a must have. It will help you to sustain your energy and focus throughout the day. You should think of breaks as mental resets. When you step away from work, even for a few minutes, you allow your brain to recharge, which can improve creativity and problem solving. During these breaks, consider stepping away from your screen, stretching, or taking a short walk. And if you've been sitting for long periods, consider taking a brisk 10-minute walk. The change of scenery and physical movement can invigorate your mind and your body. And even just 5 minutes of stepping outside to breathe some fresh air can do wonders for your mood. Breaks are also an opportunity to engage in activities that bring you joy. So maybe try listening to a favorite song or even playing with a pet if you're working from home. These moments can also shift your mood and help you return to work with a refreshed perspective. Another helpful strategy is practicing mindfulness. Now, I actually discussed this in my last podcast, which was about stress management. Starting your day with just a few minutes of meditation or deep breathing exercises can really help set the tone for a stress free, productive day. Let's try a quick mindfulness exercise right now, just so you can get a sense for how easy it is. If you're not driving or operating machinery, close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in through your nose, hold it for a count of three, and exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat this a few times, focusing on the sensation of your breath. It's amazing how just a minute of intentional breathing can help you feel more centered. There are also apps you can use if you're new to mindfulness or if you have trouble doing it alone. A couple that come to mind are Calm or Headspace, but there are a lot of other options out there, so just find one that works for you. It's also important to make sure you stay active and incorporate healthy habits into your routine. Exercise is a proven stress reliever and energy booster. It doesn't have to be a lot or intense, but make sure to add some type of physical activity into your routine, whether it's yoga, running, or even a game of pickleball with your kids. If you're pressed for time, try a short 10-minute workout or take walking meetings. Those are some of my favorite. Put my earbuds in and take a call, take a short walk while I'm doing it. Not only does it make the walk go by fast and not feel like a chore, but it does the same for the meeting. Even a quick stretch would do. So try rolling your shoulders back, tilt your head side to side, or do a gentle spinal twist in your chair. These small actions can release tension and re energize you. Movement not only improves physical health, but also clears mental fog. You should also make sure that you're not skipping meals or eating a bunch of unhealthy snacks to make it through the day. Try keeping healthy snacks like nuts, fruit, or yogurt on hand to avoid skipping meals. And make sure you're staying hydrated. I highly, highly recommend keeping a bottle of water at your desk or with you throughout the day. I personally have a giant gallon size water bottle that I have with me at all times throughout the day. And I make sure to drink the entire thing before I go to bed each day. It's important to remember that you must properly fuel your body to fuel your business. Now, if you want to learn more about how your diet affects your productivity, you should check out my previous podcast that dives deeper into the topic. You also want to make sure that you're staying connected to others. It's essential for combating feelings of isolation, which many of us entrepreneurs can experience. Building and maintaining a strong support network can provide both emotional and practical benefits. Consider joining an entrepreneur support group or attending networking events. Sharing experiences and challenges with others in similar situations can help you feel understood and reduce those feelings of isolation. You might also discover solutions to common problems or even be able to collaborate on projects with other entrepreneurs. Another great way to stay connected is through mentorship. Seek out mentors who can offer guidance and share their experiences with you. At the same time, you might also consider mentoring others. Teaching what you've learned can deepen your own understanding and create a sense of community. On a personal level, make sure to prioritize your relationships with family and friends. Schedule regular check ins, maybe a weekly dinner with your family or a coffee catch up with a friend. These moments of connection can rejuvenate you and remind you of your purpose beyond work. Next, you want to make sure you're also celebrating your wins. This is a powerful way to maintain motivation and reinforce a positive mindset. When you acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small, you remind yourself of the progress you've made and the value of your efforts. For instance, after completing a challenging project or maybe reaching a significant milestone, treat yourself to something you enjoy. This could be a nice dinner, a weekend getaway, or even just a relaxing day off. Celebrations don't have to be extravagant. What matters is the act of recognition. It's also important to share your wins with others. So tell your team, tell your family, or tell your close friends about those accomplishments. Not only does this foster a sense of community and support, but hearing others' encouragement can boost your confidence and morale. Another way to celebrate is by documenting your successes. You can try keeping a journal or creating a digital folder where you can, keep, say, record your completed projects. Same, with positive feedback or other milestones you've completed. That way, on tough days, you can look back at these accomplishments and it can reignite your motivation and also remind you of your capabilities. Okay, so last of the strategies, and my favorite, of course, what I consider the most important, is delegating and outsourcing. So I'm gonna jump in here and I'm gonna say this loudly. You do not have to do everything yourself. Okay. Delegating and outsourcing are not signs of weakness. They are smart strategies to focus on what truly matters. One of my favorite things to say to people is that you have to delegate to elevate. You are not going to be able to have sustainable long term success and growth without help. Start by identifying tasks that drain your time and energy, but don't necessarily require your unique skills. For instance, some administrative work, maybe some social media management, or even personal errands can often be handed off. This allows you to focus on strategic, high impact activities like building client relationships or scaling your business. Now, of course, finding the perfect person to delegate your items to can be work in itself. Your business is your baby, right? So it can be hard to just hand stuff off and trust that it's done right. Like most things, there's definitely a learning curve when it comes to delegating. But the good news is that there are businesses out there that help make the process a lot easier. Warning, here comes a shameless plug. But one of those companies is Your Choice Concierge. So, Your Choice Concierge was created specifically for busy entrepreneurs, small business owners, and other people that just have too much on their plate. We help partner you with the perfect person to help you tackle those time consuming tasks. And we make it affordable for people that may not have unlimited funds. You can get the support you need without paying an arm and a leg. By outsourcing, you gain back valuable hours to invest in your business or personal growth. It really is a game changer. Now, you can learn more about, delegating by checking out the Your Choice Concierge website. There is actually an entire page dedicated to helping you dominate delegating. Remember, as an entrepreneur, your business's success starts with you. These aren't just tips, but essential tools to help you thrive both personally and professionally. Self care isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. Prioritizing self care isn't just about feeling better, it's about showing up as your best self for your business, your loved ones, and most importantly, for yourself. That's all for this week's episode of Productivity Boosters and Stress Reducers. Be sure to check back soon for our next episode. I'll be discussing the importance of sleep for productivity and stress management, along with tips for improving your sleep quality. If you want to learn more about self care for entrepreneurs, have feedback about this episode, or a specific topic you'd like to hear about in the future, please email me at info@yourchoice-concierge.com. I'd love to hear from you. Make sure you also subscribe to the Your Choice Concierge YouTube channel, where you can find some examples of the tips and tricks I discuss on the show. Thanks again for listening. I'm Stephanie Heeb, and I hope you'll join me next time for more tips and tricks to live a productive and efficient life, professionally and personally. Have you considered starting your own podcast but haven't had the time? Check out Buzzsprout. They make launching and managing your podcast effortless. Trust me, if I can do it, anyone can. Clicking the Buzzsprout link in the description will let them know we sent you and get you a $20 Amazon gift card if you decide to sign up for a paid plan. Thanks again to our sponsor, Your Choice Concierge. Until next time, productive people.